While Vice President Yemi Osinbajo was at some depots in Lagos with the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Ibe Kachiku, the aim of this visit is to monitor and confirm the availability of products at various depots. Across the state, the Vice President and Minister of State moved from one depot to another, and after some time had a chat with industry players and, of course, newsmen who monitored the exercise. He used the opportunity to highlight what might be the likely cause of the scarcity.
You find these disruptions at the end of the year is because of what we've described as this winter phenomenon, where prices of petroleum products go up higher in the winter months, obviously because of the places where we're getting the PMS from and the situations out there at this time. There's a premium on products. So that's why it usually would happen at the end of the year. But if you notice, it didn't happen last year at all. We had a very smooth 2016 December. There was no disruption whatsoever. It all went very, very smoothly. So we can actually take care of those situations. And it is where you have a problem, where you have a disruption, that you usually would find the hoarding.
Professor Yemi Osinbajo stressed that government had no plans to increase the pump price of petroleum products as speculated in some quarters.
No intention of increasing fuel prices, and that's it. One of our most important objectives is to ensure that the average citizen is not again put through the pain of an increase in fuel price. That's very important as an objective for government, right? That's an absolutely important objective for us, and we have to keep creating that balance. I will ensure that we create that balance.
Well, he later commended the DPR officials for their efforts aimed at making products available to Nigerians, well, at regulated price.
DPR has been going around the stations trying to regulate that, in some cases even having to close down stations and all that, and force the petrol stations to continue to sell. So really all that can be done is regulation, is more enforcement by the DPR, which is what the DPR has attempted to do. But I think the ultimate solution, as you probably understand, is to have adequate supply going everywhere.
Well, interesting. Well, joining me live in the studio is the immediate past National Secretary of the Independent Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, and presently the National Operations Controller, IPMAN, Mike Osatuyi. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Well, Christmas is in scarcity.
Yeah.
Now, like the Vice President said, we need availability of products. Tell us, what's been the situation, particularly with your men? You are the independent marketers, you're important players in this sector. Tell us how it has been.
The truth of the matter is that my member has not been given enough products to dispense. And the issue borders on supply, because you cannot dispense what you don't have. Yes, I agree that BPMC, MPC, they have increased supply, but to their stations. They are supplying their stations only, but they're not giving IPMA members. And I mean, that's the truth. And but we need to look at the foundation of this problem. We have some shortfall from PPMC side, that when crude was cruising at $58 to a barrel, they're supposed to have planned that for more supply or importation. But now that crude is at $65 to a barrel, we have already entered subsidy. Even when we have $58, we have entered subsidy. And right now, the government is subsidizing about $1 billion per day. If you look at 40 million liters consumption in the whole country. And the price of crude has gone up, and we need to bring in private importers, which have backed out from importation, because crude is at 65 and the exchange rate is at 305. When you factor in bank charges, it's coming to 307. And so you are looking at landing cost at 171. By the time you now add the dealer's margin, marketer's margin, bridging, everything, you are talking about 186 naira pump price. So these are industrial figures that nobody can dispute, and anybody want to dispute it should come out with his own figure. And even the GMD has said it just today or yesterday that we are already in subsidy regime. So private importers has back out. So government is the NNPC, through the NNPC, is now the only importer of PMS. And NNPC is the only system that can warehouse the subsidy with the approval of the president. No any individual, no private marketer can import now, because where do you get the permit?
So it looks like there's something around pricing. What about the forex challenge?
Government has to also come in that area, because the only way that private importers can come in is when the government do an intervention forex by giving forex to importers, private importers, even NNPC at below $250, $50 naira to $1. That's the only way we can sell at that price of 145. But if not, we are joking. I mean, all these things they are talking is window dressing, because NNPC cannot do it alone. They can't do it alone. They need the support of the private importers to collaborate and cooperate. We in IPMAN, we are ready to dispense products if we are given. And you know that IPMAN controls 80% of retail to date. I mean, in the system. Exactly. So if, like Ibadan Depot, where my members are being given 10 trucks per day, even right now, there's no product in Ibadan Depot. Ejigbo, yes, they have been doing fine. They have repaired their tanks, and they are now loading about 80 trucks per day, which is very encouraging. And Muslim is also loading, but they're loading Lagos and Abuja, which is a kind of a flashpoint, right? But what of other states? I mean, in the country, hinterlands, and we all know you can put a call to any part of the country, and they will tell you what the price they are selling products.
Now you are a player in this sector. The vice president also talked about the winter season affecting pricing. Many have argued that the NNPC didn't actually plan well for this season. That's what it looks like.
Winter season or no winter season, for the past 2 years, when crude was about $30, $40, $45, $50, we didn't experience this at all. But because the question is the increase in the crude price, which we have already entered subsidy, which government has to address. I fear if that factor is not addressed, because we can't shy away from the truth. You can't compare when crude was 50 or 30 or 40 to this time where it's 65. Yes, government is gaining from one area. More money is coming to the government, but they have to also part away with some of the excess, which they call excess crude account. Yes, government, the budget has 45. I mean, assembly is saying 47. But the gap now between 45, 47, and 65 is going to one account, and agreed on a JV basis. But the government also has to part with some of the excess income to subsidize. Because as the VP has said, they can't increase the price now, because we all know what we are going through in the country.
Yes. It will affect
it will affect so many things. So government cannot increase price. And we're not even talking of increasing price at all.
Okay. What are we now talking of?
But we are talking of that government come out and bring out, do a kind of intervention forex scheme to genuine importers, including NPC, IPMAN, media marketers, and IPMAN. And we need to tell ourselves the truth. PPMC and NPC have to collaborate with companies like MRS, who have good facilities, NIPCO, who can build massively, and Flawio, which they have throughput agreement with. Yes, for some months, about 3, 4, 5, 6 months, they have to maybe whatever they have with MRS, they have to go and revive that system, because those are the depots that my members do load massively, and they work 24 hours.
In those places?
In those places. MRS, Flawio,
okay,
and NIPCO. And of course, Port Harcourt, and so that there can be a kind of collaboration and cooperation for us to move forward.
Now as we round up this segment of the show, I can't let you go without asking you about deregulating this sector. Many have said maybe that's the way to go. I don't know if what you think. Yes, many said there are some negatives and there are also some positives. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, regulation will definitely be the ultimate as time goes on. But if you deregulate now, it means Nigerian and the masses will buy at 187. And what if it could now go to $100 per barrel? Are we going to buy at 230? And you should know that petroleum and petrol, mainly, not even kerosene or diesel, is a security product. It has a security implication, because that is either you have car, or you don't have car, you must move. If you don't have car, you join bus. And if now transport is triple, then how do we cope? There's going to be crisis. So it's a kind of a social intervention from the government side that they have to manage it. So deregulation is best if you are going to talk of efficiency and whatever, right? Because I know when I go to come on board now, it's going to be a different ball game. But the fact that the country is in a tense situation now, in terms of income to individual pockets, you can't do it now, because it will be very. You can't tell me that you are going to Benin and you are filling your car with 20,000 naira and coming back again 20,000 naira. That you're 40. How much do you earn?
Indeed, National Operations Controller, IPMAN, Michael Osatuyi, I must thank you very much for your time in business tonight. Sharing these very important views. People really want to hear much about this fuel scarcity, but this much time can't take for now.